what's up, Nathan? I'm super excited. I want to talk about power of mindfulness today. Why should we practice mindfulness? And I am passionate about teaching people to develop self-awareness and mindfulness because of the ability to remain centered and focused is what has allowed me to get past the most difficult moments in my life. In fact, the point when I hit a point about a year ago when I was seriously suicidal, you guys, I was at my wits' end. The mindfulness is the thing that led me to a place to get into a place where I could maintain an attitude that was mindful and let go of negative mental chatter. Who knows about that mental chatter out there? And focus on the present moment. I know what it's like in those moments when we are not able to remain mindful and I get swept away in worry and despair. And mindfulness is a skill that can be developed, and doing so has changed my life. I am here to tell you that I want to change yours. That's why I'm so excited to share these powerful tools with you today. Nearly all people who are extremely successful, including most professional athletes, use mindfulness because study after study have revealed the amazing benefits. Mindfulness and meditation have been shown to change areas of the brain associated with memory, learning, and regulation and emotion. This leads to increased mental clarity and concentration, reducing stress, increasing experiences of peace and happiness. Who doesn't want that? Plus, it's been shown to have powerful health benefits, including improving sleep, raising energy, increasing immune function, lowering blood pressure, and reducing headaches. Studies have also shown that people spend 50% of their daily life on autopilot, meaning that you probably are missing out on your life because you're lost in thought, worry, or stress. And if you're like most people, you probably put countless energy and money into things to believe that will help you be happier, healthier, and live longer. But what if I told you there's one simple thing that you can do every day that will not only help you extend your life, but also help you actually experience more of your life? There it is, mindfulness. If you're tired of being stressed out, frustrated, unable to stop negative thinking, if you're ready to finally fully live and be aware, awake, and alive, then not only do I invite you to stay part of this mindfulness masterclass I have going on for you right now, but I also want to invite you to be a part of my 21-day mindfulness challenge that I'm going live and starting August 30th. You can either do it live with me or you could do it as a course. It doesn't matter which one, but it's only $21. It's my best deal because I know what it changed. So you're still going to get great things during this training today. So stay with me, but I would be doing you a disservice if I did not invite you to not only listen today, because this is pre-work anyway for my training, so you'd have to listen to this anyway, but also to really get on top of these things. So let's dive in today, but you just go to 21daymind.gojen.net, and you can sign up today. Don't wait. But let's go and dive into this, okay? You can do that anytime. So if you're tired of being stressed out, frustrated, unable to stop negative thinking, if you're ready to be finally fully aware, awake, and alive, right? Then let's get into this. Because you will learn mindfulness and meditation techniques over those 3 weeks that will help you master your monkey mind, reduce stress, manage negative emotions, and enjoy your life more. So let me give you a real quick, like I said, stay with me, you can jump. If you don't want to listen to what's in the 21-day challenge, check the show notes. I'll tell you how to jump forward. But listen to what you're going to learn. Week 1, we'll practice enjoying the present moment and learning how to live mindful in everyday life. Week 2, we'll learn to be the observer of our thoughts and emotions so we can master our monkey mind and manage negative emotions. Week 3, we'll take what we've learned and use it to develop self-compassion, take back control of what you and who you allow to influence you and practice being more present with others. And if you prefer not to learn mindfulness, not in a structured program where I lead it, feel free to sign up for the challenge and you get lifetime access. It's going to become a course. So after I go live that day with the video, I'm going to actually put it in the site where you have a course, and you can do it on your own pace. You can skip around however you want. So sign up. It's only $21. I'm not keeping that for much longer. I'm doing it up until through probably my birthday's next week. And so it's kind of like this pre-thing for my birthday. I want to get as many people in as possible. I want to change your life because it's changed mine. Like, I am serious. If there's one thing I can give you is mindfulness. So really think about that. But let's dive into the training today. What do you say? If we remember real quick before, my name is Jen Plykin. I'm your holistic empowerment coach. I simply take people from a place of stuck, who's been stuck before, and to authentic thriving, to living that authentic life, authentically you, where you are fit, not only in your body, but in your mind and your heart, your spirit, your emotions. Because what I realized is the whole reason my 20 years of doing personal training, group fitness, nutrition coaching, life and empowerment coaching, and being an educator, like there was something missing. There's some disconnect why people weren't really getting the results. And I discovered, like, it's what I was doing. It's why I stayed stuck, because I was running from person to person, getting different things, and it was confusing. And I was running from diet fad and empty promise programs and throwing my money away. And what I realized is I have to be fit in every area. It's a lifestyle. It's what I do today. My micro habits have to line up. And I should be doing for the next 10 years. It's not until I'm fit in knowing how to deal with my mind and my habits and my emotions and deal with my emotions, right, that I can ever be fit fully and freely and comfortable in my own skin and lasting in a way with physical. So if you're someone who's looking to live a holistically fit life as a lifestyle and get all the truth, I don't BS here, okay? This is a channel of truth. I bring you truth. I don't bring you empty promises. I don't bring you quick fixes, but I bring you realistic. It's how we can still eat the foods we love, but yet also still be sustainable in our weight loss. It's how we don't have to work out for hours a day. It's about the micro habits, how we schedule our time. It's how we live to be authentically yes at level 10. And mindfulness is a key thing here. It's one of my 8 pillars. It's one of the things that we have to do daily in order to live a level 10 life. So make sure you like, subscribe, follow. For this is someone that you know needs more mindfulness in their life, and sign up for the challenge and sign up your friends. But nothing else. Let's do this, because I'm going to empower you with some good stuff today. So let's talk about cultivating mindfulness and self-awareness. And I love this quote: the outer situation of your life and whatever happens there is the surface of the lake. Sometimes calm, sometimes windy and rough. According to the cycles and seasons deep down, however, the lake is always undisturbed. You are your whole lake, not just the surface. Think about that. Eckhart Tolle said that. For most people, the chaos and the noise happening around them and within their own minds feels like that's all there is. They live in constant state of negativity, being pushed and pulled by the thoughts and emotions they experience. They're controlled by a voice in their head that worries about everything that can go wrong, criticizes them for everything they do wrong, and feels guilty or angry about everything that went wrong. This voice interprets every situation instantaneously, and we don't question it, just like we don't question our breathing. It all happens unconsciously, meaning we are unaware of it, and we feel and act based on that voice's interpretation. The truth is that everyone has a voice in their head, including you. Some people's voices are nicer than others. Mine was horrible. But everyone's voice tends to have the same dysfunctions. But the good news is, yes, perhaps the best news anyone can ever hear is that the voice is not who you are. For some people listening to this today, you already know this well. For others, it may be the first time you've heard it, or the first time you fully understand it. If you've ever argued with yourself over something you've noticed yourself thinking, or something ridiculous over, you've ever talked to yourself about in your own mind, then you've experienced that there are two of you. There is one that does the thinking, feeling, reacting, and there's the other one who is aware of thoughts, emotions, and actions. You are that awareness. You are the presence, the witness of the voice, but you are not the voice. Knowing this allows you to observe what your inner voice is doing and thinking. This is called self-observation or self-awareness. You will become more and more aware of what has always been going unconsciously beneath the surface of your awareness. You become conscious. You wake up from the dream, and this process for developing this awareness called mindfulness. You develop self-awareness and mindfulness. You will likely live much more of your life on autopilot, feeling like you have little control over your thoughts, emotions, and feelings. The truth is that unless you know what you're thinking, feeling, or doing, you have no way of changing it. Simply developing awareness is the key that unlocks all of your power to direct your own inner voice, choices, choose better, feeling emotions, making decisions. So start listening to the voice in your head as often as you can. Pay particular attention to the thoughts that repeat. Be observer of what's happening inside you, both on the surface of the lake and at the depths. See if you can find and feel the deep calm at the bottom of the lake, even when the surface is rough. As you practice mindfulness and observing your thoughts and reactions, you'll be able to recognize even more clearly that the presence during the observing, right, is the true you. When you notice yourself feeling angry, you observe that the angry part and the part observing is not the same thing. This is important to know, because your true self never becomes disturbed. Hear that? And entangled in these surface level dramas. There's a part of you that is at peace, content, safe, and joyful no matter what is going on around you in your mind. Your higher self is untouchable, undisturbed, right? Knowing it is always there means you can seek and to find it at any moment. Oh my gosh, this is amazing. And just like when the sun dips below the horizon, you know it still exists. Even though you cannot see it, this calm, peace presence that is you is always there, even if you cannot see it, right? If you begin to pay attention with a sense of curiosity and discover what your inner voice is up to, you'll begin to notice interesting things. You'll notice that when you are behaving in a way that is in alignment with your goals and your values, and when you're not. You'll notice when you are smiling even though you are actually sad, or when you say that you are fine even when you're not. You may notice that you are pretending to be mad when you really aren't. So just to manipulate someone else's behavior, right? Or you may notice that you are thinking negative thoughts about yourself, making you feel insecure. You may even notice that when you are soothing yourself or feeling relaxed or happy. The last thing we need to know about is cultivating mindfulness before we move on is that doorway to all awareness is the present moment. Most minds have strong habits spending a lot of their time thinking about the past or imagining, right? And usually worrying about the future. But the power to observe and redirect our thoughts and emotions and behaviors is only accessible when we are focused on the present moment. When you're paying attention to what's going on in the moment, we can notice that the mind remembering or experiencing from the past or worrying about the future. But if yourself to go to your mind to these past or future places, you lose that sense of awareness. For this reason, one excellent way to develop mindfulness and meditation is self-awareness, okay? Is to pay attention as often as you can to what's happening right now. Pay attention to each step you take, to the noises going on around you, to your breathing. And once you pull in your awareness back to the present moment, it gives you an opportunity to notice what you're thinking. It is also important for you to know that the next time you notice yourself experiencing a negative thought or emotion, it doesn't mean you failed. It means you succeeded. Until you become aware of these negative experiences, you have little power over them. So every time you notice a negative thought, celebrate! Give yourself a high five, because now you know that this negative thought is not who you are. You are the one in charge. Throughout the rest of this time today, I'm going to help you learn how to develop that awareness and use proven tools to change the content of your inner world. And the challenge really does that. So I want to talk about using mindfulness to change your emotions in 90 seconds. 90 seconds is all it takes to shift out of a negative emotion. The catch is that you have to not feed it for 90 seconds. For it to fade away. Another way to look at this is to shift your attention to a different focus, thought or emotion for 90 seconds. You'll switch to out of the original emotion and to the next one. You might be thinking 90 seconds, that's it sounds really short, considering how long you can get stuck in a bad mood. But the truth is that easy. That is, once you learn how to direct your focus, you see emotions are simply what we feel due to biochemical reaction of our bodies. These rushes of emotion are transitory, meaning temporary. It's not perpetrated. This will pass in 90 seconds. So what keeps emotions especially negative, like anger, cycling for minutes, hours, even days? Here's the key. The cause of the biochemical reaction that we call emotion is our thoughts. They can be conscious thoughts, the ones where we know we're thinking, or unconscious thoughts, such as beliefs, programming, that we don't even realize are active within us. These thoughts send out a signal to our brain as to what we should feel, and the flood of chemicals ensues. So if you haven't already figured out, here's where I'm going with this. Here it is. By continuing to think about whatever it is that triggered the emotion, you continue to feed the emotion. You keep it active by continuing to dwell on it like stewing in your own brain chemical soup. This is a great news, because this means by stopping the thoughts that feed the emotions will subside. Let's look at an example of how this works. Have you ever had a conversation with someone, especially one that was heated, and then hours after stop interacting with them, you find yourself continuing the conversation in your head? Oh yeah, we've been there. The problem with this is that as long as you keep thinking about the conversation, the longer your brain thinks the argument is happening, because your brain doesn't know the difference between what is happening and what is imagining. The result is that you're going to continue to be angry. The solution is to become more mindful. So we will be reviewing a number of techniques, and I'll be looking at a number of techniques to become aware of those negative emotions and consciously release to shift them. And especially in the 21-day challenge, we're going to break that down daily. So not only can you use that to learn to stop yourself from replaying unwanted conversations in your head, you can use it to keep better control of your thoughts and emotions during real-time conversations too. Awesome! Okay, let's talk about the 3 core skills of mindfulness. In order to live your life mindfully and develop self-awareness, there are 3 core skills that you need to develop. 1, focus, attention, or concentration. 2, open monitoring or present moment awareness. 3, acceptance or non-judgment. Let's take a look at each of these. Focused attention, which is concentration. Focused attention is paying attention on purpose. So throughout our time, you'll hear me use the word awareness. And know that when I say awareness, I am talking about deliberate, focused attention. Think about it like concentrating on something, which means consciously choosing what we pay attention to. For example, you may know that you are eating, but your mind can be thinking about 100 other things like watching TV, talking, or playing on the phone. A very small part of your awareness is absorbed in eating. This is very different from eating mindfully or focused attention. When you eat mindfully, you are fully aware of your eating. You deliberately notice the sensations, flavors, textures. When your mind wanders, you bring your attention back to eating, okay? Developing focused attention does not have to be complicated. Yay! Being fully aware of a single breath can actually take you there, okay? We take 8 to 10 million breaths a year. So we have lots of opportunities. And one of the key ways, okay, if you want to let's say you want to use breath. So let me empower you right now. You want to use breath to become more mindful. Okay, all you need to do is, I'd say, there's lots of them you can say. There's lots of different counts, but I'd like to use this simple. So I use my yoga practice. 8, 4, 8. Okay, so you inhale for 8. Inhale through the nose. You hold for 4. And then you exhale like you're flying up a window for 8. And a great way to do this is think of something you're grateful for. What's something, we all can grab something. If not, you need to keep a list. I keep a list in my wallet, so in case I can't figure something out, I can pull it out and know I have something you're grateful for. And you inhale what you're grateful for. You can even picture you can picture a time period, maybe something from the past that you're grateful for, a memory, right? And you maybe attach a color and emotion to it. Inhale for that 8. Right? And then on 4, you just say thank you to God, the universe, whoever you feel, thankful, whoever you feel is in charge of this life that we have. And then you take that thing that's stressing you, blow it out for 8. Blow away for 8, telling it can't come back today. It can't have control in your life today. It has no say in your day today. Come back tomorrow, but not today. And you keep doing that. Inhale for 8, that gratitude. Picture a color or emotion, feel it, smile, and say thank you. And exhale that stress. Notice, if you did it, you should feel calmer. Did it work? I hope so. Let me know if you tried that. Now, that's something you can do anywhere. It's great for your kids. Okay, I was a school teacher, taught first grade. I dealt with a lot of kids with ADHD. I'm ADHD. With autism, with dyslexia, with a lot of learning differences in my general ed classroom. I had a lot of success with them, just simply because I use these tools and tactics with them. So if you have a kid, teach them that. Tell your teacher about it so they can use it with your kid to calm down. And that way they don't run, that way they don't throw a fit, that way they don't get in trouble. Because a lot of times, the thing is with kids as well, I'm going to get a kid tangent real quick. Sorry for the kids, but this is powerful. Your child is acting out because they have emotions. So they have thoughts. They don't know what that thought is. It's causing an emotion, and they're acting out on the emotion because they have no other way to do it. So if we can stop that emotion, if we can breathe and bring them centered, then we can actually find out what the thought is and help them out with the thought, what's legit in it, maybe what's not, maybe it's something misunderstood, maybe something that we need to change, the story that they're telling themselves, or a child said something, and we can rewrite that from a child, others we deal with an adult. So there's something powerful if you have kids. All right. Open monitoring. Let's talk about the next one. Which is just simply present moment awareness. So unlike focused attention, when you direct your awareness at just one thing, open monitoring is observing whatever is happening at that moment. So focused attention is like having tunnel vision, while opening monitoring is like looking through a wide angle lens. Okay, and this is so if you think about seeing the tree versus the forest, right? When we practice mindfulness, our thoughts are focused on what we're sensing in the present moment rather than rehearsing past or imagining the future. It's about paying attention to the now, which is the moment we are actually in, and that's all we can do about it. This is perhaps the most important reason to practice mindfulness, because when you stay stuck in a state of mindlessness, lost in thoughts about the past or the future, you are letting your life pass you by. Mindfulness means living in the moment and truly experiencing life. Like I said, mindfulness is concerned with focusing on what you're going through right now. That doesn't mean that we can no longer think about the past or the future, but when we do so mindfully, meaning that we are aware of the moment we're in, that we're thinking about, that we're thinking about the past or the future in the moment we're in for a reason. This is a higher level of awareness that comes in. Thirdly, our acceptance, our non-judgment. Mindfulness involves accepting, meaning that we observe our thoughts and feelings without judging them. We stop believing that there's a right and a wrong way to think or feel in any given moment. It means that we don't beat ourselves up when we catch ourselves thinking about things that we didn't want to think about. Also involves acceptance of the conditions of life as well as other people. Mindfulness means learning how to accept what is, see the truth clearly, and stop living in resistance. By seeing things as they are without judging them, you'll be able to make peace with them and choose healthy ways of responding. And when you put all three skills of these together, you are able to live mindfully. It's like being awakened from a dream. Suddenly, we can see things more clearly. We appreciate everyday miracles. You can observe your thoughts and reactions and deliberately choose how to respond to life situations. You have greater compassion for others, and you're no longer so tense because you made peace with life. And most importantly, you become fully aware of yourself and your high level of self-awareness. You will feel more confident knowing that you have the power to direct in your own life. You will have compassion for yourself. You will no longer beat yourself up for your negative feelings. You will see your mind like a puppy who doesn't want to listen sometimes. Yeah? And sometimes makes messes. But you will have the same loving kindness towards yourself as you teach your mind how to master itself. So mindfulness is a skill, okay? And let's talk about some related, some related mindfulness and meditation exercises that we'll talk about during my 21-day challenge is like a 2-minute bell exercise, like a 3-minute breathing space, squared breathing, candle meditation, body awareness, progressive. And then we'll talk about mindful eating, mindful curiosity. We'll talk about music meditation. We'll talk about many mindful exercises, simple mindful meditation, the 5 senses exercise, mindful seeing, mindful listening, walking, driving, observing your train of thought, sorting through into boxes, urge management. So this is great for you to do with your family. Your kids can take part in this with you, okay? Self-talk activity, self-inquiry meditation, holding space, mindfulness. We'll talk about progressive relaxation, mindful listening, observing our train of thoughts, sorting through the boxes, right? Rain technique, mindfulness for anger, willing, hands meditation, the half smile, gratitude meditation, releasing surrender meditation, self-compassion meditation, holding space, loving kindness meditation. It's 7 common meditation myths. Okay, so we have so much to go through. So mindfulness and meditation, okay, those are all things that the 21-day challenge will go through that I won't have time here for. It would take we'd have like a 10-hour class today, okay? So that's why $21, it's $1 a day. You can have your whole family do it for just $1 a day. Worth it. Mindfulness and meditation are both practices of calming the mind. Focusing attention and creating a peace of mind, the words are often used interchangeably. However, they are different. There is also common misunderstanding about meditation. Some people have resistance to it. So let's look closer at what mindfulness and meditation really are. Mindfulness is a state of heightened awareness and deliberate focus on the present moment. You can be mindful of your breath, what you're doing, what your senses observe, of your own internal thoughts and emotions. Mindfulness practices usually include focusing your mind intentionally, focusing on your breath, and quieting your mind. Ultimately, meditation is the same thing, only it's a bit more formal. Rather than simply bringing your awareness to whatever is going on, meditation follows a specific process. Normally, you are seated or lying down in a place where you can spend a longer period of time, at least 5 minutes, without being disturbed. Meditation is taking mindfulness to a deeper level, okay? It is usually directed more internally, rather than observing the outside world. And it is more deliberate. So think of it like this. Mindfulness is broader. It focuses internally and externally and can be practiced anytime, anywhere, while meditation is more specific. Focus internally and practice more deliberately, formally. By formal, I mean that they are more structured, such as step by step. Guided meditation are more regular, such as practicing meditation at the same time every day. So throughout the training here and throughout the 21-day challenge, you will find exercises that I talk about that are talked about as meditation. They are the ones that help you bring awareness to your breath, your body, and your imagination. So yes, there's mindfulness ones, but in the course I also have meditation ones. And they are interactive exercises that I do guided, Okay, and you can actually listen to them as well. I also have the audible version in case you want to take them on the go. Okay, or you can record it in your own voice if you want to do it yourself. Because some of the people are skeptical of or resistant to meditation, before I continue, I think it's important for me to talk about the top 7 common myths of meditation. 1, I don't know how to do it. Many people fear doing meditation wrong. But the truth is that it is simple as paying attention to your own breathing. And this is no ultimate goal of meditation is any right way to do it. To relax. You can't mess it up. If I can't mess it up, you guys cannot mess it up. 2, to meditate, I have to stop thinking and have a blank mind. You guys, if you know my mind, there's no way I'd be someone who would do meditation if you had to have a blank mind. I think you all know that about me. It is impossible. Anyway, just completely stop thinking. Even the most advanced meditators can reduce their thinking. Can only reduce their thinking. It's true that part of the purpose of meditating is to quiet your mind so that you have more control over it. But thinking while you're meditating isn't the problem. Having your mind wander and think about what you're going to eat for lunch is totally normal. When you notice it, doing that simply redirect at the meditation practice. I'm going to show you guys how to do this. So over time, your mind will naturally stay focused better, which is the point. But don't worry about, it's about, wanting your thoughts to stop. If they stopped, you'd miss out on the great benefits of meditation, including being able to more clearly observe these thoughts. 3, meditation means sitting in awkward positions and require you to be flexible. Yes, some people do that, but that is a stereotyped image, is not reality. Most people meditate in a chair, lying down, standing, or even walking. Hey, I meditate all the time. While it's ideal to have good posture, it's really about being in a comfortable position. 4, meditation is religious, spiritual, woohoo! Although often associated with Buddhism, Hinduism, and hippie New Age spiritualism, nearly all cultures and religions have practices that are considered meditation. Although they call it a different name, meditation has become mainstream and secular, meaning it's not religious or spiritual due to the numerous studies proving its effectiveness. And reducing stress and anxiety and boosting productivity and happiness, nearly all successful, financially, and happy leaders report that meditation is part of the life, and professional athletes use it as part of their conditioning routines. None of the meditations that I go over in my challenge or here on the channel discuss any symbolism, concepts of belief of any kind that are spiritual, religious in nature. 5, I don't want people to hear me chanting or saying, Again, yes, some people do vocalization during the meditations, but you don't have to. And I don't put that in any of my practices, so you are not required to make noises of any kind. 6, people who meditate are always peaceful. Although statistically, some people who meditate tend to feel more happy, content, peaceful, and focused. By no means does it mean that you have stress, anger, occasionally don't go squirrel. If you know me, I'm squirrel all the time. 7, you have to be relaxed or zen to meditate. Type A personalities or people with anxiety can't meditate. You know me, I'm anxiety all the way. This isn't true. In fact, people who are high-strung, high-anxious people or ADHD, attention deficit, can benefit from meditating even more than others. Again, you can't do meditation wrong. Some people, especially people who practice meditation a lot over a long period of time, can get into a deeper state of relaxation than others. However, no matter who you are, taking the time to practice breathing techniques and focus your mind has positive effects and will result in a calmer mind and well-being. So let's talk about 3 types of meditation. We have formal, informal, and retreat, okay? There are 3 types of meditation: informal, formal, and intensive retreat. Choosing the right type of practice is important because you may be seeking results that not all of the meditations achieve. Informal meditation is being mindful of whatever you're doing at the moment, such as going for a walk, noticing every step you take. It's unstructured, meaning there is no routine. The benefit of this type of meditation is that you can do it anytime, anywhere, and can be called upon in any moment that you need to rest. If your goal is to be more tuned in, alert, and peaceful in your daily experience, this form of meditation will get you these results. Formal meditation is more routine and deliberate, such as meditating for 10 minutes every day at 10 a.m. and using predetermined techniques. The benefit of this type of meditation is that it becomes habitual or ritual, okay? Helping the pattern of thinking and focus require meditation to become more unconscious and automatic. If your goal is to rewire your thoughts and emotional patterns, shift your emotional set point, reduce stress, and improve your overall well-being, this type of meditation will get you these results. Intensive retreat meditation is when you conduct a large amount of meditation in short periods of time, such as several hours or days. The benefit of this type of meditation is that it allows you to explore further and experience deeper levels of the meditative state. if conducting intensive meditation and retreat studying, there's an added benefit of being free of distractions and an environment that allows you to focus your intensity on the practice. If your goal is to explore the depths of your unconscious mind and the realm of your spiritual, heighten your senses and strengthen your ability to sustain a meditative state, this type of meditation will get you there. Research has been conducted in fields such as professional sports, some areas of medicine and corporate world, all which use mindfulness and meditation extensively, showing the dramatic changes in health and well-being experienced by people who develop a meditation practice. However, according to research, not all meditation is created equal. Research clearly shows that if you are looking for long-term benefits of mindfulness and meditation, establishing a formal practice is key. Mindfulness is like a muscle. You need to exercise it regularly to strengthen your mind. As you practice meditation, you reprogram your automatic thoughts and physically rewire the circuits of your brain. Your central nervous system will learn how to switch off the sympathetic nervous system fight or flight response, okay, faster, and sustain the parasympathetic nervous system rest and digest response. As with any new skill, it takes time to develop, which is another reason the formal practice is the most important piece. You'll find that the more you practice, the more you'll want to do it. Ideally, you will have the opportunity to utilize all 3 types of meditation in the 21-day challenge, okay? I'm going to go through them all. And while I focus more on informal and formal meditation practice, feel free to explore the techniques and activities to determine which ones will get the results you're looking for. If you are new to meditation mindfulness, I simply recommend that maybe the first time you go through the program, you do the mindfulness exercises only each day, and then you go to more of the meditation one, okay? Remember, it's a mindfulness and meditation challenge. So, it starts off with all of it. The whole entire thing starts off with simple exercises and evolves into more advanced ones as the week goes on. And of course, I recommend establishing a routine so you can take advantage of proven benefits from formal meditation practice. So, how to take the 21-day mindfulness challenge if you're thinking about doing it. Let me go over the things because I want you to understand what's going to take place. The program is designed to evolve from simple awareness exercises to meditative practices to deeper insights and processes. It is also intended to be complete in 21 days. However, you are welcome to use the mindfulness meditations, however you prefer. Once you go through you have lifetime access, okay? The goal is to provide you with tools and inspiration to commit to shift the way you experience your life. And why 21 days? Studies have shown that doing a new activity for at least 21 days helps form a habit. By creating new neural pathways in the brain, the habit is even more likely to stick if you add it to an existing habit, which I'll explain in a moment, okay? The reason this program is called Challenge because it takes deliberate effort to do. The truth is that it can be hard to commit to a new habit, even when we know how much joy and peace of mind it will bring to our lives. Take this program seriously and take a minute now to write down in your schedule your daily sessions, okay? I'm going to go live at 7 a.m. Central Time every morning to do the challenge, as well as I'll be in there in the evenings. You'll get a schedule. I'm not sure exactly. I'm going to kind of see the feel of the group that comes in, but you'll be in a Facebook group. I'm going to go live in there every day, 7 a.m. Now, do you have to do it at 7 a.m.? No. Remember, after 7 a.m., I'm plopping that video in the course, and you're going to have lifetime access to it, so you can do it anytime. But you decide as to when you want to do it. Let's say, lunchtime is better for you. Maybe you're going to get a group of work people to do it with you. Then put it in your lunchtime, but schedule it. I schedule everything. My planner is filled out. Even my workouts, okay? Everything is scheduled. That way it's not a non-negotiable. I highly recommend taking the challenge, and committing to it for 21 days. But if you know you cannot complete in 21 days, that's okay. You schedule in whenever works for you. Maybe you can only do Monday through Friday. Fine, do that. The challenge is organized into 3 sections containing 7 days of insights and activities. So the first week focuses on the awareness and present moment and practicing a variety of mindfulness and meditative activities. The second week focuses on awareness of thoughts and emotions as we turn our awareness inward and learn how to be the observer of our thoughts and how to calm and cultivate our emotions. Third week focuses on awareness of yourself and awareness of others, meaning you'll dig deeper into your self-awareness and look more closely at who you are and not present with others. You'll wrap up the challenge by creating a plan to carry forward your newfound mindfulness into your life. Each day includes a discussion and activity for the day. Some days you'll find multiple activities or meditations. On average, it'll take about 20 minutes per day. However, some days it'll take longer. Some are short instructions followed by an action you need to take during the day. I recommend planning that consistent time to work on your mindfulness challenge. Before you proceed, decide when you'll begin the challenge. If you're going to begin with me on the 30th or a later date or however, and when you will commit to completing the exercise every day. The best way to integrate a new activity in your life, though, is to add it to just before another routine or habit you already have. This could mean doing it immediately when you wake up, or just before you go to bed, or maybe you do it on your lunch break, or after you watch your favorite TV or Netflix show. Whenever you decide to practice your mindfulness every day, make sure you make it official. Take out your day planner. If you use one, write it in there, or start using a planner. It's one of the top things people do who are billionaires. Set a reminder alarm on your phone to go off every day at that time you decide to do it. Get an accountability partner. Join the challenge. That way you're in there. You're having to say you do it. If you, invite people. Reach out to them now, and do it together. Now, let's talk about the journal, okay? When you sign up, you're going to get a mindfulness journal that will be launched on the 30th, okay? And it's important to keep that journal because it's going to take you through each day, reflection, and exactly what you're going to do. The journal is going to help you really. So we're going to look at, present moment awareness, your biggest takeaways, your favorite mindfulness meditation. We're going to look at our activity, our thoughts. We're going to go to shifting the thinking, the mind to a sensing mind, okay? Then we're going to look at our body awareness, okay? And then we're going to look at mindful eating, okay? This is all in our journaling. Mindful listening. Talk about songs. What's our favorite songs and our thoughts? Mindful walking. Mindful walking is a great thing to do. Mindful driving. Awareness of these thoughts and emotions. The psychology of the monkey mind and mindfulness. We're going to do practicing observing trains of thought. So we're going to talk about let's talk about real quick. Let me empower you. Ready to know how to track your train of thought, observing train of thoughts? Here we go. A train of thought comes in. Identify it. Notice I'm having a thought that. Now watch it leave without engaging it. Okay? Repeat for every thought that enters your mind as long as you can stand. Okay? Right? It's powerful. Okay? That is very, very powerful. We're going to talk about sorting thoughts into boxes, exercise, and urge surfing, how we experience thought surging. We're going to talk about as well as our self-talk, okay? Awareness of self-talk. This is huge, okay? I have a whole activity. Do this with other resources you get. We're talking about developing emotional awareness as well. What emotions I struggle, okay? We're talking about the RAIN exercise, which is powerful. I'm going to have a video come up in a couple of days on the RAIN exercise actually here on this channel. Mindfulness for anger and other negative emotions. That's great for kids as well. We're going to look at my thoughts on creating emotions and cultivating circle activity. My thoughts on the half smile. That's a powerful tool. Thoughts on gratitude. We're talking about surrender, acceptance, and letting go. Okay? Thoughts, emotions, situations, memory, and grudges. We can use these exercises I gave you to surrender. Your experience with surrender, and that's going to release some things that have been holding you back. Awareness of self and with others. So intentionally creating desired emotions. We're going to look at a cultivation circle. And everything we experience within the eternal self-inquiry, we're going to experience meditative ways to do that. Self-compassion. So many times we're so harsh on ourselves. We're going to talk about mountain meditation, which is a powerful tool as well. And being mindful during our arrivals of, that goes into a whole thing of like things that happen in our life. Random acts of kindness. This is something that's defined my life. Random acts of kindness. I'm going to challenge you to do it every day like I do. I'm experienced with the loving kindness and meditation. So the importance of choosing input. What are we getting our sources from? We're talking about being present with others and holding space. Okay, we have to hold space for others. Then we're going to talk about the mindful morning routine, mindful bedtime routine. Okay, you're going to set up your mornings and your nights to be like nothing else. And I have a whole day, a whole worksheet, a whole thing you're going to get to do with that. Remember, all this, you can do this, you can break this down into doing 21-day challenges for mindfulness, 20-day challenge just for meditation, then another 21 days for your journaling. You don't have to do all this in one day. You're going to get lifetime access to it, but think about $21 for all of this, you guys. We're going to talk about creating your formal meditation practice to kind of really, really break things down. And so I encourage you, like all of that, these are the things that made the biggest difference in my life. And as I dig into them deeper, they bring me more and more freedom. I would have, during the whole COVID time, I had just changed up my friend group. I'm just in between a bunch of different things, and I found myself very alone. And, that alone time, it caused me, I was struggling because I was trying to get connected in an area and felt like I couldn't get connected with a group of people and that I wanted to, and just questioning things. And what it did is it gave me time to be more mindful, gave me time to work on my business, gave me time to realize what I really want, and to really be the observer of my thoughts. And so this challenge stems out of, one, I got certified to be able to teach this challenge. And you can check out my certification on my page when you go, and so you can see I'm actually certified as a mindfulness coach. And but it also made me realize how much my thoughts really dictate my life, and have held me back so much, even more than I realized. How much I can go to the past and things that I don't understand that happened to me, and things that I don't understand as to why things didn't work out the way they were supposed to, right? We can all question those things and worry about the future. I'm going to be 41, what life was supposed to be so differently, and it's okay. And I've learned that being grounded in the present and realizing that, there's some things that I would love to change about my life, and I can't right now because sometimes situationals make them that it's not possible, and that's okay. But realizing that, making steps forward. And from someone who has struggled, talk about someone who's been in the pit of struggling with eating disorder and self-hate and anxiety and ADHD and being misunderstood and always compared to everybody, and felt like I just couldn't. I would give my all just to be totally misunderstood and rejected, and have a big heart that runs so deep, that feels deeply, but it's been so used, and people take advantage of that and steal money from me and be abused, and so many different things I don't understand. I've always felt like the black sheep of everything. And so, but learning that I need to embrace me, learning that I need to be present with who I am and aware of my thoughts, and that I can change those things. And I don't have to keep replaying the story that everyone else have told me. I don't have to keep replaying those lies that people have put upon me. I can change that. And I do now. And some days it's a struggle, some days not, but these are the things. I'm charging only $21 because I really want to get into as many hands as I can during this time, because I know it's the one thing that can really change your life. But if I don't ask payment for it, then one, I have a business I have to run right now, and I need to make money to keep it going. And two, if you don't pay something, you're less likely to do it. And I know that because I've worked out thousands and thousands of dollars to go to things to learn from Tony Robbins and Dean Graziosi, and and when you put money where your mouth is, it makes a big difference. And so know that everything I offer here, I want to empower you, and I believe in you. No matter who you are, no matter how many times maybe life has you feel like life has just slammed you down. No matter how many times you feel like you can't get ahead. I get it. Man, I get it. But I'm telling you, it's possible, and this is where it starts. Join me. And get as many people to join. Do it with your family. Bring your kids in. This would be powerful for your kids. Absolutely powerful. If they learn all the different techniques I'm teaching them, if they struggle at school, if they have text anxiety, anything, bring your family in and do it together. Remember, you have lifetime access, and I'm going live, so you guys get me every single day, which doesn't always happen because I'm doing different challenges at different times, and I only have so much of me to spread around. But I want to be here for you. It's during times when, right now, the world's chaotic. We just need someone to show up, don't we? Sometimes in life, we just need someone to show up and give a damn. Quite honestly. Because so many people are so self-centered. I'm showing up because I give a damn. No matter who you are. And I mean that. From the bottom and the depths of my heart. You're a person and you're a human. I don't care what your past is. I don't care if you have 300 pounds to lose. Or you're struggling because you can't weigh enough because you're scared to eat, because you don't know how to deal with your emotions. I don't care if you're someone who's been angry. I don't care if you're someone who has done some really bad things in your life. If you've been a drug addict, I don't care. We all have our past and our story. I'm not going to judge you by the chapter I walk in on, because I don't know what your life has been like. And I'm proud of you for being here today. And if I can serve you and support you along the way, That's all that matters. You know, this life is not about me. I've learned that long ago. This life, the way that I'm going to be able to know at the end of my life I've had a worthy life, it's by being able to close my eyes and realize that I left behind some people's lives who were better, who became their best selves so they could live the life they were supposed to, just because I believed in them, just because I took my mess and turned it into a message that could empower them. That's the only way that I'll be happy is, my motivation for getting out of bed every morning, my motivation for doing this every day, even when it's a struggle, when, even when, starting your own business isn't easy, right? Your bank account doesn't exactly show all the time and effort you put into it, but you know what? It doesn't matter because I know where I'm going. I know the people that I want to influence and impact. I know that I have something I have to give this world. I'm not going to, I don't serve you if I keep this information to myself. There's a reason why I've had to figure this out on my own. And so, anyway, I say all that because sometimes we all need to hear someone say that we believe, that they're believed in. I believe in you. You're worth it. I don't care who you are, even if you're saying right now, no, not me, Jen, you don't know me. Yes, you. Especially you. Because I know what it's like not to feel that way. So, go to my 21-day challenge and sign up, 21daymind.gojen.net. Sign up, and then comment in the comments that you did. I'd love to hear that you did. And I cannot wait for Sunday. I'll be putting lots of bonuses in and stuff too, but be prepared for something great to happen in the next 21 days. You're worth it. Let's make 2020 a year to remember, not because of the chaos going on in the world around us, but it's the year that we decided to take charge of our own life because we realized that government sure isn't right? We take control of who we are. We have the power. No matter what the world is going on, no matter the chaos, we can find the calm that's underneath the lake. All right. Be brave, be kind, live authentically, and always shine. Tribe. Remember, you're just one habit away. Remember to like, subscribe, follow. Please forward this to someone that you know. See as many people as possible going on this next challenge. I can't wait. I'm super excited to lead another group through it. The first group had amazing results, and so it's your turn. All right. Until next time, tribe.